The students, staff, families, and advisory committee of Reagan have been cultivating this dream since before I was even elected. They have grown this seed of a program into one of the most highly recognized high schools in the state and crafted a vision for how they will thrive into the next decade. I want to thank the MPS administration and my colleagues on the board for investing the ESSER funding into this vision. These federal funds were intended to help us grow out of the pandemic, and I'm excited to see the investments that will be made throughout the district. And from the bottom of my heart, as a board member and as a mother, I want to thank Dr. Mary and Ted Kellner and Pat Connaughton for kickstarting this next phase of fundraising. Can I have a round of applause for them again? Your generosity will help create the facilities that inspire the next generation of Milwaukee's programmers and project managers, the problem solvers and peacemakers. We know that strategic investments can yield tremendous results. For example, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, 2018 was a pretty important year on the road to the championship for the Milwaukee Bucks. They added an important piece of the winning puzzle, Mr. Pat Connaughton, and they opened the doors to a state-of-the-art facility that was funded through a public-private partnership. And I think it just goes to show that the right people in the right space can produce magic. And just to bring it back to the here and now, I think it is my firmly held belief that every student in this state deserves a highly qualified teacher who in front of them who will nurture and challenge them, and a learning environment that they can't wait to get back to every morning. We have the resources in this state to close the opportunity gap, and equally as important, the joy gap. I hope the excitement that we see on the faces of the students and families assembled here today will inspire us to make this dream a reality for every child in this state, from the southern shores of Lake Superior to the south side of Milwaukee. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for your investment in our future. And with that, it is my pleasure to turn it over to our superintendent, Dr. Keith Hosley.
Good afternoon, Reagan High School staff, students, our directors, Director O'Halloran, President Peterson, Director Garcia, and Director Henry Leonard, to Pat Connaughton, as well as Mary and Ted Kellner, as well as Peter Fagan, and all of you that are here with us this afternoon. I want to personally say thank you. Today is an exciting time here at Reagan High School, and also an exciting time for the Milwaukee Public Schools as well. Milwaukee Public Schools' mission is to be a diverse district that welcomes all students and prepare them for success in higher education, post-educational opportunities, work, and citizenship. Our mission has been embraced here at Reagan High School, and I just want to thank you. I had an opportunity this afternoon to go back down memory lane, 2002, 2003, with Julia D'Amato, who's sitting out in the audience, and said, we want to have a small high school. And look what it has become. Job well done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Along with the Reagan community, you have embraced our mission. And this wonderful ceremony would not be possible if it wasn't without, we talked about the ESSER dollars, but the courageous decisions that were made by the Milwaukee Board of School Directors, so we want to give it up for them as well. Also, Ted and Mary Kellner. Can't thank you enough. It wouldn't have been possible without you all. And then also Pat Connaughton, who's here with us today. This would not have been possible without your support. So we want to personally thank you as well. And I would say that these donations to these young people, look at who will touch the world. And they will touch the world because of your generosity. And we want to say thank you, and thank you. And I will close by using two of the most powerful words in the English language, again, and that is thank you. These type of events truly make me, MPS, proud. Thank you for being here. And at this time, I have the opportunity to bring before you an individual that has stepped up to the plate. And I'm using the wrong terms because the plate is in baseball. This individual has stepped up to the free throw line and is going to make it happen here in the Milwaukee Public Schools. Is going to help us to make it happen in the Milwaukee Public Schools, and we want to give it up for our own. Pat Connaughton.
So, first and foremost, thanks for having me. Event is going to be in for yourselves, first and foremost. Secondly, you know, I'm up here speaking, but you are going to hear from people that are really making this happen. Ted and Keller are the ones that kind of welcomed me into being able to kind of have this impact and be involved in the tremendous things that are going on at Ronald Reagan. So on behalf of myself, I just want to thank them for allowing me to be a part of it. Secondly, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about just, to me, why this opportunity, I'm so excited about it, and, you know, the Pat Connaughton Foundation and the things that I'm trying to do to give back. It all centers around the power of sport, right? Like, what does athletics teach? But the things that, you know, a lot of you guys see, you know, Giannis, Drew, myself, Chris, all of us on the Milwaukee Bucks, you see us play within those 94 feet, but it's the things that we've learned at a young age that helped us get to where we're at and have helped get a lot of our old teammates to where they're at, even if it has nothing to do with basketball. Like, the things that sport teach us, accountability. 5:30 in the morning, right? There are things that happen behind the scenes that allow us to perform in front of you guys at the Pfizer Forum. You know, discipline, teamwork, leadership. A lot of the things that you guys will learn at this athletic facility and within these school walls are going to translate to far more important areas of your life than just on the athletic fields or on a court. So I want to really hit that message home, because that's what I think is going to really be the #1 impact of this, is those translatable life skills. Another thing I wanted to touch upon was just, I wasn't able to get to where I am if it wasn't for the people and the places that surrounded me. One of the things myself, Peter, and the Bucks, we want to continue to do is invest back into the city in which we play. Without your guys' support, we wouldn't be able to accomplish what we do on the floor. So to be a part of a project like this and invest back into the city of Milwaukee and give back to that next generation of student athlete is something that's very meaningful and very important to my teammates, to myself, and to the entire Bucks organization. And then, you know, I'd say lastly, I just challenge you guys, right? Dr. Posley just talked about the impact that this facility will have, you know, for the next generation of Ronald Reagan students and student athletes. But it doesn't have to wait to start until the facility is built, right? It can start today. You know, I use this adage a lot, but one of the reasons I wear number 24 is because we're all gifted the same 24 hours in a day. You don't have 25, I don't have 23, we don't have 28, we all have 24, right? That's why I wear that number. What are you doing during each hour of the day to help you achieve the dreams and the aspirations that you want to achieve? You know, are you taking advantage of learning from your teachers, from your coaches, from, you know, your athletic directors, from your teammates during each and every single event that you do, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's on the court, or whether it's, you know, outside of it? Are you thanking you know, whomever it is that afforded you the opportunities to do what you're trying to do, whether it's a parent, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a guardian. Just truly taking advantage of the 24 hours in a day is something that I live my life by each and every single day, because I had to work hard to get to where I am. And I think with hard work, with the use of this facility, and with the learning from your teachers, your guidance counselors, your coaches, you guys will be able to go on and do great things. So I just want to end it again thanking Ted and Mary for allowing me to be a part of this. I want to thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to you know, be around and show support and try to run some, you know, camps and clinics around here to get to know you guys more and really try to help you achieve those dreams and aspirations. And so it's a great day, and thank you for being a part of it. As Dr. Posley said, thank you are the most two important words in the American dictionary.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I have the opportunity, a STEAM opportunity. When we started this process, you know, you get phone calls from everywhere. What is it going to take to make it happen? I get this phone call one Friday afternoon. Wendell Willis says to me, someone want to talk to you. And I said, who? And he said, Mary Kellner. I said, oh yeah? And he said that she wants to have a conversation. And the first words out of her mouth was, what do we need to do to get this done? And so that led to a number of other meetings. All kind of meetings have gone on, and they have been at every single meeting. And the final meeting that I'll close out is we met downtown at Kellner's office. Went through the meeting, everything was moving smoothly. And at the end of the meeting, Dr. Mary Kellner says to her husband, says, we can do this, right, Ted? And he looked back at her and says, sure. So I just want to say thank you all, and I want this time to bring to the stage Dr. Mary and Ted Kellner.
Well, there's so many thanks to be had here. All of the MPS people, Pat, and, the Advisory Council, and MPS, and the Foundation. It's not just us. And Mike's relentless. He wanted this so badly, and we wanted it for him too. So thank you for everybody. Ted and I are so happy to be part of this special day. I have been a fan of Reagan for years and so impressed with the hardworking staff and students at this special school. You guys are really amazing group of kids and staff. Reagan is a top-rated school in so many areas, and you will finally be having the amazing school facility that matches your amazing students and staff. This expansion project will present you with new opportunities that you all deserve. You will not only be able to practice and play your sports right here, of them, and you will even be able to host tournaments here and other teams. So it'll be a very, very special time for you. Right. And those new science classrooms and labs will provide you with even greater learning opportunities and spaces to expand your minds even further. There's a lot of brilliant minds in this school, and I know that from experience and watching scholarships that you kids are getting. Maybe I wouldn't doubt it someday that we have a many famous scientists that are out there, and these labs have started their creative thinking and their thoughts. So that's so exciting too. Again, I want to thank the advisory committee, MPS, Pat, Peter, the foundation. There's just so many to thank. Megan O'Halloran, all the people that made this happen today. I'm just excited for you all to watch this grow, and so every day we can look out here in the backyard here and watch this facility go up so you can enjoy it soon. So just want to thank Ted and I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for allowing us to be part of this expansion. So thank you. Have a great day, have a great year, and congratulations.
Before our last speaker, Pat, I would just like to say, I do know you're 24, and we do have 24, but it would have been a big guy in a little jersey, because they're high school jerseys. So, but anyways, so long story short, we do have a last speaker, Ayush Patel. Ayush.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Ronald Reagan High School. My name is Ayush Patel, a senior in the IB Full Diploma program. Thank you. I've spent the last 3 years at this magnificent school, so I consider Reagan my second home. I've met my closest friends, explored new interests, and discovered and developed unique aspects of myself, all in this building. I've been challenged here in many ways, through rigorous academics, extracurriculars, and athletic activities. I began playing sports in my sophomore year at Reagan. It truly felt amazing when I stepped onto the tennis courts. I felt welcomed. Everyone treated me fairly. It felt like home. I love the harmony of Reagan's sports environment and want younger students to experience our exciting community as well. We have established tremendous diversity throughout our school. Our sports teams are composed of athletes from various backgrounds and cultures. That is incredibly meaningful because everyone deserves an equal chance to compete in a sport they value and to be able to develop their athleticism. For someone who has played tennis for Reagan, I can't convey the pleasure it will be to finally have courts on site instead of having to travel to other schools to play. This expansion is a fundamental game changer for our soccer and football players too. They'll have a level field with fewer risk of injuries from playing on that lumpy potato couch over there. Think of all the students across all the sports who will finally have proper practices on site. Wrestling, basketball, volleyball, tennis, you name it. And now there will be no more morning practices or late night practices for the girls basketball team, for any team in general. New facilities will now allow teens to fully mature their athletic skills. It will build our community with home games for soccer and tennis competitions, and hopefully a new athletic center where young kids can partake in recreational activities. The Reagan expansion is an exciting time of growth and opportunity, a time filled with promise to future public students in Milwaukee. I thank you all for joining in this effort to extend our campus and for helping assemble this site into a top-tier facility to satisfy the needs of Milwaukee's many teens. Thank you. Go Huskies!
Thank you all again for joining us today. At this time, we would like to move forward with the ceremonial groundbreaking to formally begin our expansion.